Good evening. Strap yourself in. So this is the second episode of Claws of Axos that we have just watched, and it's abysmal. It's really, really poor. And when I say really, really poor, on one hand, what you could say is it's just lackluster. Yeah, it's just lackluster. It's lackluster. Okay, there are better Doctor Who stories, but I've decided no, it's contemptible. Why is it contemptible? Because people are really playing below their game. And that really concerns me. So, I think it's poorly written. The dialogue never raises its head above the parapet. The most enticing thing about the dialogue is the ridiculous chats that Chin the Eskimo diplomat twerp has with his boss, where basically he gets threatened. And that's the highlight. Okay? It's
What's the funny bit that made me laugh?
What was the funny bit? I don't know, you come back to us on that one. It's terribly plotted. Continuity-wise, things just jump from place to place to place and doesn't really have any thread at all. The writing during the scientific bit, it's just gobbledygook. I'm not saying that Doctor Who ever makes particular sense, but in this instance, some of the things they come out with are just gibberish to the extent of being distracting. All the actors, bar none, seem to be putting in below par performances. I'm deeply unimpressed by Pertwee, which I don't want to say because I want to like Pertwee. Joe Grant's given nothing to do. The Brigadier's hardly in it. The Master's just going through the motions. Bill Filer, what is Bill Filer about? It's just dragging an American in for the hay of it. I don't know if he's looking to the international market or something like that. But he's probably not even American. And even if he's American, he's rubbish.
Not rubbish.
Oh, he's just...
Bit hot.
Oh,
She's
I'm
the
not.
best thing about it,
Well, if
so
he's the
far.
best thing about it, then that's a poor indictment of everything else. The Axons are interesting, but
They're not.
when the threat at the end of episode 2, after the Doctor's just fluffed his lines, is a man underneath a blanket flopping along the floor, and that's your cliffhanger, you know you're in trouble. And then the other ones look like an onion bargee. Copyright Elizabeth Collins this evening. It is just depressing. And I'm trying to think, is this the worst? It can't be the worst. Celestial Toymaker must have been worse than this. And even Mind of Evil rocked along until it was cynical at the end, which, but this is just, it's tedium bordering on offensive.